Welcome back to Sea Encounters Capital Ships. This is Harnas here, and in today's episode we are going to see Perlas Silangan by Lily. So this beautiful looking battleship, Richelieu style, with forward facing main guns and lots of secondaries. And it's going to be fighting against a deadly, kiting away pack of wolves, the destroyers from Dorkies. So let's see how this is going to play out. I really have no clue. It seemed like the guns from Lily's battleship were having quite a good dispersion and accuracy, and yeah, it might be possible for the battleship to score some hits on the destroyers, but it's going to be tricky because the destroyers, they try to keep the maximum range, try to be far away and avoid closing in, use that range advantage to just kite away, change course. And as you can see, definitely the shells that are thrown by the battleship, they are either landing short or long, so this is all because of the evasive action from the wolf pack. Okay, so let's switch side and see what kind of damage is being done to the other side in the air. This is some significant damage. So quite a lot of penetrating power of that small rounds. And yeah, I think that the perforation of the underwater compartments was quite significant. And yeah, I think that this was the biggest blow. Actually, the super firing turret has been destroyed. So here goes a lot of firepower, and also one of the guns has a clipped barrel. And it doesn't seem like the secondary guns would have really a chance to open up. Let's check the distance. Okay, so it's still above 4 kilometers. And the bow begins to drop. And looks like, yeah, looks like those bars are really battered. One of the disadvantages of forward-facing ships, I mean with turrets in the forward position, is that basically they are just in front of the they are just very much exposed to the fire. Everything that tries to fire at the citadel goes right through those guns or just very close to them, and it's really easy to lose those guns. So yeah, I think that they are barely active now. Maybe 2 barrels. I think just 1 barrel is actually active and also clipped. So for now, only very minor damage was done to the destroyers. So as you can see, it's basically the front of the ship that has been exposed to fire because it's going with the bow section towards the enemy. So yeah, it's constantly getting hammered in that section. It also has its armament there. So yeah. And okay, finally the guns fired once again. Looks like the shell was giving her water. closer here. Yeah, the cataphracts, they are doing their job, basically staying with all the barrels facing the enemy. It's bringing all the guns to bear against the enemy battleship, and just kiting away, just trying to be at this maximum range. It did get 44 seconds of disqualification time, but the limit is much above that, so there's not really a huge chance of actually getting disqualified. So yeah, that's a bit of a problem, and the battleship, the secondaries, they could in theory be the same as the guns that the destroyers are using, actually, right? Because they are precisely the same, under the same rules, so they could have been able to reach out this far, but they were, I think, more designed as a truly close-in weapon and designed as the anti-air aid. So these distances, I think that they did struggle. But I think now some of the guns of the secondaries finally are able to shoot. But yeah, now it's basically all of the superstructure was just cut off. The destroyers, they don't have really great like killing power. They are not so good against citadel section of a typical battleship. It will take quite a lot of time to actually dig in the that heavy armor piece, but they destroy everything else. They just probe the whole battleship and find weak spots and just destroy one after another, destroy the armament, and basically incapacitate the bigger opponent. Okay, let's see. Looks like that front gun is still operational, but let's have a look at that. How destroyed and shattered this PZS. Yeah, it is just sad to look at this damage. Absolutely shattered. How? Let's have a look at the destroyers. It's really interesting to see how they keep formation going. Okay, looks like they are shooting some kind of a false target, but yeah, they return to the main one. So yeah, they are keeping a really good formation. They seem to just go in a true squadron way, or like a real destroyers would go. It's really nice to see. They just follow the same path. Okay, they are relentless, and the ammunition stockpile seems to be endless. Let's switch back to the battleship and see what's the situation there. And yeah, I would say that the damage taken per minute is decreasing because the ship is now practically almost underwater. So it's more and more difficult to actually land good hits. Less and less hits are actually hitting. The remaining guns just have high difficulty to actually land something. Because the battleship is so low in the water. And AI dead, so yeah, let me just stop for a second and let's see if we actually had yeah, looks like the citadel was penetrated. Okay, the ship despawning anyway. So yeah, finally after a lot of digging, the citadel was found, and the Pearl of the East is gone. So, condolences to Lily. The battleship fought really well, but the opponent was just too difficult. It was a total mismatch to its capabilities. And congratulations to Dorcas. It was a really good strategy to bring against a bigger opponent. It paid really well. And yeah, we are going to see both groups or both designs at least once again in a group phase. Please don't forget to vote, of course, in Discord. And thank you very much for watching. See you in the next episode.